Communication differences. People from some cultures tend to pay more attention to the social context, social setting, nonverbal behavior, social status, etc., of their verbal communication than Americans do. For example, American managers working in China have discovered that social context is considerably more important in that culture, and they need to learn to suppress their impatience and devote the necessary time to establish personal and social relationships. Exhibit 4.9 indicates how the emphasis on social context varies among countries. In a high-context culture, people are sensitive to circumstances surrounding social exchanges. People use communication primarily to build personal social relationships. Meaning is derived from context, setting status, and nonverbal behavior, more than from explicit words. Relationships and trust are more important than business, and the welfare and harmony of the group are valued. In a low-context culture, people use communication primarily to exchange facts and information. Meaning is derived primarily from words. Business transactions are more important than building relationships and trust, and individual welfare and achievement are more important than the group. 80. To understand how differences in cultural context affect communications, consider the American expression, "The squeaky wheel gets the grease." It means that the loudest person will get the most attention, and attention is assumed to be favorable. Equivalent sayings in China and Japan are "quacking ducks get shot" and "the nail that sticks up gets hammered down," respectively. In these latter two cultures, standing out as an individual earns unfavorable attention. Consider the culture gap when China's Lenovo Group acquired IBM's PC business. In meetings and conference calls, Western executives were frustrated by their Chinese counterparts' reluctance to speak up, while the Chinese managers were irritated by the Americans' propensity to just talk and talk, as one vice president of human resources put it. High-context cultures include Asian and Arab countries. Low-context cultures tend to be American and Northern European. Even within North America, cultural subgroups vary in the extent to which context counts, explaining why differences among groups can hinder successful communication. White females, Native Americans, and African Americans all tend to prefer higher context communication than do white males. A high-context interaction requires more time because a relationship has to be developed, and trust and friendship must be established. Furthermore, most male managers and most people doing the hiring in organizations are from low-context cultures, which conflicts with people entering the organization from a background in a higher context culture. Understanding the subtle contextual differences among cultures requires cultural intelligence, CQ, a person's ability to use reasoning and observation skills to interpret unfamiliar gestures and situations and devise appropriate behavioral responses.